Welcome to Buzz Around the Globe. Donald Trump's Republican rivals clashed at a chaotic presidential debate on Wednesday, leveling attacks at the absent former president, Democratic President Joe Biden, and one another over issues from China to immigration to the economy. But as the debate ended, no candidate appeared to have secured the sort of breakout moment that would alter the dynamics of a primary contest that Trump has dominated for months, despite his 4 criminal indictments. Several of Donald Trump's rivals stepped up their attacks against him, urgently trying to dent the former president's commanding primary lead during an event that often seemed like an undercard without him. Trump went to Michigan, aiming to capitalize on the autoworkers' strike in a key state that could help decide the general election. His competitors, meanwhile, were asked by Fox Business moderators at the Ronald Reagan Library in California to participate in a reality show-style game where they would write who else on stage they would vote off the island. They refused. Trump, who led his nearest rival for the nomination by 37 percentage points in the most recent Reuters Ipsos poll, skipped the debate, as he did the first one in Wisconsin last month. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis called Trump missing in action and blamed him for adding trillions of dollars to the national debt. "He should be on this stage tonight," DeSantis said, drawing applause from the audience at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California. "He owes it to you to defend his record." The dig from DeSantis, whose poll numbers have declined after he had been widely seen as the leading Trump alternative, suggested he was more willing to attack the frontrunner after months of largely avoiding direct confrontation. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, a frequent Trump critic, chimed in, saying Trump was afraid and mocking him as Donald Duck for skipping the debate.
And Donald Trump should be here to answer for that, but he's not. And I want to look at that camera right now and tell you, Donald, I know you're watching. You can't help yourself. I know you're watching, okay? And you're not here tonight, not because of polls and not because of your indictments. You're not here tonight because you're afraid of being on the stage and defending your record. You're ducking these things. And let me tell you what's going to happen. You keep doing that, no one up here is going to call you Donald Trump anymore. We're going to call you Donald Duck.
Mike Pence, vice president under Trump from 2017 to 2021, said he would take an opposite approach to Trump if elected. He said Trump planned to centralize power in the federal government, but he would give more power to the states. Biden, the presumptive Democratic nominee for the November 2024 election, was also a frequent target for the Republican candidates, who castigated his handling of the economy and the southern border with Mexico as immigration took center stage during the debate. DeSantis promised to deploy the U.S. military against Mexican cartels, while entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy said he would try to revoke birthright citizenship for the children of those who entered the country illegally. As in the first debate in August, entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, a political neophyte whose campaign for the Republican presidential nomination is his first run for public office, repeatedly drew the ire of his fellow Republicans. "Every time I hear you, I feel a little dumber." Nikki Haley, the former United Nations ambassador, told Ramaswamy after he defended joining TikTok, the Chinese-owned social media site that has raised security concerns among U.S. officials. Ramaswamy said he uses the app to connect with young voters. All of the candidates vowed to take a muscular approach to immigration and attacked the Biden administration for failing to stem the migrant crisis that has fueled record illegal crossings at the southern border. Minutes before the debate kicked off, Trump delivered a speech to autoworkers in the battleground state of Michigan, inserting himself into a national dispute between striking workers and the country's leading automakers a day after Biden joined a union picket line. "They're all job candidates," Trump said dismissively of the 7 Republicans at the debate. "Does anybody see any VP in the group? I don't think so." By shunning both debates, the former president signaled he was focused on Biden, his once and perhaps future opponent, rather than the Republican contenders who trail badly in the polls. With less than 4 months until Iowa's first in the nation Republican nominating contest, Trump's rivals are running short on time to weaken his commanding hold on the primary campaign. Wednesday's debate loomed particularly large for DeSantis, whose campaign has already endured 2 staff shakeups as donors expressed concern about his inability to gain on Trump. DeSantis, 45, made his name nationally by opposing many U.S. government policies to prevent the spread of COVID-19. He has since become a leading figure, fighting what he argues are overly progressive policies favored by educators and corporations. Haley, meanwhile, was hoping a second consecutive strong debate performance will convince some Republican donors she has the best odds of unseating Trump. Do tell us what you think about this video in comments section, and for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.